Hi everyone. So I want to share with you 3 prophetic dreams that I had last night. Before going to sleep, I prayed to the Lord and asked Him to please give me some insight as to what is going on with regards to Trump staying in office and the planned inauguration for today. So the first dream I had, in this dream, a friend of mine came to collect some stuff that belonged to her. Apparently, she had stored some things in my bathroom, large bags of her stuff that she had stored in my bathroom. And then the dream changed slightly. And now we were now standing in a room, and it was a high ceiling room, and it had 2 staircases going up, and there was a bathroom system, a toilet, just on the top part of that room. So you go up the staircase straight to a toilet system, and it had a protruding pipe coming out from the toilet system, and it was just sort of on the way sort of thing, and also it had one part of it that was already broken away, and it needed binding back together. And so my friend said to me that pipe, it was just a long pipe just coming out, and you kind of look at it and it just doesn't look nice. And also when you flush the toilet, you could see that there were leaks as well. It was just there, and my friend said, oh, she's gonna get somebody to cover it and to fix it. And that was that dream. And then the second dream came, and in the second dream I was outside, and it was a night time, and I was with a group of people, and we were just sitting on the ground. And as I looked on my right hand side, I saw like a large bee or some sort of insect, and I noticed that it had an outline around it that was glowing. So you have a bee, a large size bee or some insect flying, and then just on the outskirts of it was a glowing line around it. Yeah. And when I saw that, I was just as I saw that, a telecommunication announcement was made, and the telecommunication said, welcome to the be rented holiday or something, or holiday rental, or whatever it was. And apparently we had rented a holiday place, or yeah, like just a holiday place basically. And so I started to get uncomfortable, because I noticed that there were more creatures that also had those lights illuminating on the outskirts, and there were mice or rat looking kind of creatures, and they could fly. So as I sat there and I saw these things, and I became more and more uncomfortable, and so I got up, and I said that I was going inside. I was going to my bedroom. And I in my mind, I couldn't believe that we would even rent a place like this. So I wondered, why would I or any of these people rent this kind of accommodation for holiday? It was just weird. So anyway, as I made my way into the house, I saw one of those creatures standing just in front of the house, and it had stairs going up to the house. And there was one lady there, and then also I felt one of those creatures cling to the back of my dress, and it clung itself horizontally, and this particular creature was the size of a rabbit, I would say, but it was lean and narrow looking, but it had these teeth like that. They all had their teeth like that, like a rabbit would show its teeth, but they were sharp, you know. And so I was saying to one of the ladies, I said, get it off me, please, get it off me, get it off me, please, get it off me. And she helped me get it off. And I also noticed that she was comfortable with the surrounding, but I was very uncomfortable and I wanted out. And then and so they opened the door and let me go in. But just before I went in, and as I got up and heading to the route to the house, I just want to say I did look up, and I noticed that there was a big a big part of the sky had light about to break through. So it would be like when you see when you're like on a stormy day and you look up in the sky and you can see there's lightning happening behind a cloud, if you've ever seen that at night. So it's like you can see light, but you can see there's something covering the light, like cloud or something like that. um, or or maybe there's an aircraft. In the dream, it felt to me that there was an aircraft hovering, or something like that, because it was light, but you could just see it hadn't broken out. It hadn't broken out yet. And as I looked, I was hoping that it was a kind gesture from the Lord, from God. I was hoping that God is sending something, and I was wondering if it was an aircraft or what, or a large plane, or I wondered what is it. And it was so clear. There's something about to break through, but I didn't want to stay and see it. I just wanted to go straight into the room, and that's what I did. And that dream ended. And then I had a third dream, and in the third dream, so when that dream ended, I woke up. When the second dream ended, I woke up, and I prayed. The time was about 5 a.m. So I prayed to the Lord and asked him to please give me understanding. And I did say to the Lord that it feels like the thing that was breaking in, because I knew immediately that the dream was to do with today, the inauguration today. I just knew it. As a matter of fact, the house in front reminded me of the White House, and where we were reminded me of, I just felt it was just infested with it was just horrible. And so anyway, so I was asking the Lord in waking around 5 a.m. to please, if maybe I can go back to the dream to see what that thing was that was about to break into the atmosphere. I said to the Lord, and I promised the Lord that I would share the video. I said, Lord, I promise you, I told you that show me something, and I promise I'll share it. And I said, Lord, if you show me, I will share it. I said, but I don't want to share this dream because people are going to want to know what that thing was. And I feel like I didn't, it would be nice for me to know what that thing was, rather than me saying I feel like it was the Lord sending his answer or what. So so that was my prayer, and then I went back to sleep. So now, having gone back to sleep, I had a third dream, and in the third dream, I was basically amongst other people, and we were in front of what seemed like a freezer that you could walk into. It was a freezer actually, and I was in the front getting things so that I can serve people, but there were also others there, and we were kind of pressing in against one another to get to the things in the freezer. And it became apparent that we're actually in the middle of a party, that there was a party happening. So I had put 2 trays of lemon, cut lemons, when you cut lemons, and I had put them in, like ice cube tray. So it seemed like I had cut them up and put them in ice cube trays and put water in them and put them in a freezer. I had two trays of such, and I put them in the freezer. And so I said to the man in the freezer, there was a man in the freezer, I brought out the 2 trays of lemon, and I said to the man in the freezer, these two lemons. So the man took them back and put them away and said, no, not the lemon, use these instead. And he gave me 2 trays of chocolate bars, but the chocolate bars were still in their packs. So you would have something like Mars bar or Cadbury chocolate or Snickers. I don't know if you guys have that sort of thing in America, but here in UK you can go to a shop and buy little bars of chocolate that you can take to work or put in a child's lunchbox. Just very small, individually packaged. And so that's what those were. And again, they were in the tray of like an ice cube tray kind of thing, but they were in that tray with water and frozen in their packs. And he said to me, no, have these instead. And I noticed actually that although all those things came from the freezer, they were not rock solid frozen. They were frozen but not quite. You could tell they hadn't been in the freezer for such a long time. And then I woke up. And throughout the night, I did have a little bit of an understanding of what dream was, but I didn't have a full understanding, which is why I was asking the Lord to show me another dream, blah, blah, blah. So here is the interpretation I believe the Lord has given to me. The first dream, the person, this friend in the first dream, her name is Collier, Unkole. Collier or Unkole means testimony. It means God's testimony, to give it a testimony. So I believe that the Lord was using my friend's name to speak to me. So basically, testimonies, believers' testimonies are have been stored away, and it's time to bring those testimonies out. And then the second dream, and then also, but the parts to do with the bathroom, the toilet, basically it was to do with the cleansing and the Lord fixing things and cleaning things out. Basically. The second dream, I have to tell you, the lady that I said seemed very comfortable with the place, and I wasn't comfortable at all. Her name actually is she's somebody I've seen on YouTube, and she had prophesied recently gloom. I think it was just last night, and that made me it made me feel really down actually yesterday, and I had to keep encouraging myself and declaring God's word concerning Donald Trump, But she had said something, she had said that the Lord basically showed her judgment, basically coming to America and this and that. So in the dream, she's the one that I was saying, please help me get this thing off me, and she did, and she was comfortable with the scenario, and I wanted to go inside, and then I saw up, and I saw there was something about to break through. So I believe that in that second dream, the second dream was to do with the actual day of the inauguration. And I felt like we're not going to see the end of God's plan for the prophetic word for Trump during the daytime, during the time of the inauguration. I felt like we will have to endure it. And it seemed to me that that's what I was doing. I was enduring it, the seeming judgment. And the people who had prophesied doom and gloom were comfortable with the whole thing. They were fine because that's what they prophesied, that's what they expect, that's what, But I wasn't comfortable with it. And I believe that that's what the dream was. And we were outside as well. And those little flying creatures, if you like, are basically the situation that would be happening in a spirit realm in that place today, basically. And I felt like the Lord's victory is above, and it's on its way down. But we're not going to see it during the time of this process. We're going to see this inauguration through with pain, basically, I felt, and discomfort, just like it was in my dream. And then the third dream, where we were getting things out from the freezer and we were apparently having a party. I believe the Lord did give me a continuation of the second dream. But in this continuation, rather than showing me the thing that was coming down, instead what he gave me was, look, there is a celebration, there is a party. And if you remember, I said in that dream that I said to the man, look, I have the lemons. And the man said to me, no, not the lemons, the Mars bars, the chocolate bars. And that's what he gave me to serve, So I believe that what the Lord is saying is that our time of party and celebration was put on hold, if you like, put in a freezer, frozen. And when he came out, I thought that we can maybe use the lemons. And the man was basically saying that, no, it's not time for bitterness. It's time for sweet. So the man who said to me, no, not the lemons, use the, here, have the chocolate, was basically saying, no, don't, it's not bitterness, it's sweet. This is a time of sweet basically, sweet things, you know. So I'm encouraged. I do feel encouraged. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday I was not encouraged. I'm gonna try my best to keep the video short. But before I went to sleep last night, I read First Kings chapter 1. First Kings chapter 1, because there's a prophetic word given through Elisha streams of a man called Emmanuel, I think he is, where the Lord showed him about this, where we are now, about the two inaugurations, and the Lord gave him First Kings chapter 1. So that's why I read that, and I will encourage you to read that. Okay, everyone, so I am still believing the Lord for these things. I am still believing that Trump is going to be the president of the United States, and this situation here is going to turn around just like in First Kings chapter 1. I wish I could read it for you, but I better not just because of time. All right, thank you so much, and be encouraged. So to wrap the whole 3 dreams together, the Lord is saying that he has used this situation basically to cleanse us, to clean us out, so that we can come out with a better testimony. So the testimony that was stored, it's time to get that testimony out. Like in the dream, my friend picked up her stuff, and so it's all to do with the testimony of the Lord that we're carrying, that's in us. And then also that we're going to see this thing through today, and it's going to be painful, but though it is painful, look up. Your deliverance is coming. The Lord is coming, and he is going to do according to his word. And he's given us First King chapter 1 as our reference. I do believe that. I really do. So I am encouraged, actually. And then finally, that the end of this will be sweet, not bitter. And then also that it's not going to be long, because if you remember, I said that it wasn't rock solid frozen. So when I put those 3 dreams together, that is the interpretation in a nutshell. It's not going to be too long. When the Lord turns this whole thing around. So be encouraged, and look up. The Lord is coming with his deliverance. All right, guys, cheers. Don't forget that when the Lord Jesus died, people thought that it's all over, but in 3 days, but God had a bigger plan, and the bigger plan was he was going to be resurrected after 3 days. And also don't forget Lazarus as well. Lazarus, he died, but then the Lord raised him up. So be encouraged. I am encouraged. I am still encouraged. The dreams have encouraged me, especially the last one. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. I'm gonna get back to work now. I wish you all a lovely day. Cheers. Bye.